Alright students, let's just start with the create new teacher. So we have our action link here. As you can see here, the action link says that it will hit the method action method create in the teachers controller. So if just click it, and it goes to teachers/create, and there is an error because I haven't created this method in the teachers controller. So it is saying the resource could not be found. So let's just create this method here in my teachers controller. Public action result create, simple, and it returns a view. Okay, now we can see here that there is no create view. Let's just click here and click add view, and it will add a view. This is a simple view, but now as we have to get the teacher name and email in the input, so we have to specify the labels and input fields, and to do this, I'm going to bind this with a model. Obviously that would be at model simple data access dot teacher, one model, no list, and I will create a form. HTML.begin form. So this form will hit the create action method in the teachers controller. Let's just create a div, give it a class form horizontal. These are bootstrap classes. Bootstrap is already included in the project. I give an age for teacher, just to create teacher. I mean, this will simply display. Okay, just creating my HTML. Dev. I'm going to use the label for HTML helper. Label for teacher name. Okay, now this label have to have some class to display property, and to specify a CSS class you can use new and add class is equal to, then specify your class. So control dash label call md dash 2. So this is a simple label. With this class I will inspect the element and show you what HTML is actually generated after this. In this I create another division. I give it a class Okay, now I'm going to use the editor for helper. Also, I have to specify a class. um, okay, now we have to use this for email. um, Now I will simply create a button, submit button. I'll say let's just refresh it and check what is the new generated HTML. So uh, this is displaying us this teacher name, email, and asking to input the values. uh, and in on this submit button, it will be requiring a post method that is not created yet. There is no create http post create method. This is simple the get method, which is simply returning a view, and that view is binded with a class. So let's just create a post method for, I will use http post here, and this will accept teacher. So let's just run it here before writing any further logic. I go to teachers, I say create new, I have this, I type in something here, and I click on create. Now you can see we have HTTP post method for that, and you can see this model is being passed, and what I have typed in are being mapped. So let's just stop it here and write our logic. That is to create insert the teacher, this new teacher, in the database. So one thing we must check that if required properties are being set. So to do this, we write if model state dot is valid, then do this, else simply return the view. What we will do, we will say db dot teachers dot add teacher, db dot save changes, and after saving the changes, I will route the request to the default index page where all the teachers are being populated. So to do this, I will write to return redirect to action index of the teacher controller. I can also specify the controller here, but I mean it's easy. I know I'm sitting in the teacher controller, and if I don't type in the controller name, it knows that it has to execute the index action method of teacher controller where this code is being written. So we can categorically specify the controller name also. So I'm just skipping that for now. Let's just run it. Okay, in the database you can see we have these two entries. I go to teachers, I click create new, and I type in here Aisha Khan, Aisha at pucit.edu.uk. Okay, and I just click create. Alright, a new teacher has been created, and you can see it is also being displayed here. If I go in the database and refresh, you can see this new entry is being entered. We can try it once again. Syed Mansoor, principal at pucit.edu.uk. For this, let's just create a debug point here and create. You can see the model state is valid, teachers.add, save changes, and redirect to action index. Now you can see this is being displayed here. So this is our create. Regarding create, we can do more things, like we are not displaying any error messages here if our validation fails. So to do this, I will use some helpers to display the validation message. So I can, okay, this is required, but if no value is set in this, I can use HTML dot validation message for, simply copy all this here, and the class is text dash danger. Okay, let's just copy here, and in this error message use this email. And one thing more, I have to specify the validation summary here. HTML dot validation summary. Yes, true. Show the validation summary. Default message is empty. And I will give this class to it. Okay, one more thing in the form, we use HTML dot anti-forgery token. Okay, when this form is loaded, there is a token associated with this form. This is used to handle to prevent the attacks, the hacking attacks, and many let's just say computer generated, bot generated post requests to choke the system. So ASP.NET MVC has clearly provided us something anti-forgery token. So in the form we type anti-forgery token here, and when our post method is hit, we use the data annotation to validate entry forgery token. If the token is wrong, this method will not be hit and the request will be disregarded. So I type validate anti-forgery token. So let's just run it again and leave the few fields empty and see what it happens. I say create new. Alright, as I haven't specified any, okay, because I haven't used any data annotations for the teacher model here, that's why it's saying me that model state is valid, and if I execute this will definitely cause the exception. Yes, it will cause exception because the fields are required. Okay, what we do, we create a teacher model and accept that here. I see if we have teacher model. No, I create a class with these two properties, models add no, add class teacher model. Okay, these two properties, and now I say this is required. Okay, this reference is added here. I said this is also required, and then I use this model here, and I will also bind this model here. I can simply MVC gradebook dot models. I hope you guys are getting this. Models dot teacher model. Okay, now if I now the DBs can only accept the teachers type entity that is in the namespace of data access dot teachers. So to add, I will create a DB teacher is equal to new teacher. Okay, we can also similarly use this here, teacher DB teacher, and we will do the mapping, or we can do the mapping by accessing individual property, or we can use this object initializer. I use a object initializer and say simple teacher name is equal to teacher name, which is being passed as a parameter, and email is equal to teacher.email. Now this is DB type object. This will be added to the database. Now just rerun it and check if our validations and error messages are working fine. Okay, go to teachers, I create new, I create this. Now you can see this model state is false. This is returned and it says the teacher name field is required, the email field is required. This is the validation in action. So if I type in something here and create, this will still say the email field is required. So let's just create another teacher. Now it will be fine. A new teacher has been created. So I'll stop this video here, and in the next video I will show you how to edit, how to view the details, and how to delete some entity. So thank you.